What's up, guys? In today's video, we're gonna try to get 12 wins in this grand challenge using ELIXIR GOLEM. Now, I know a lot of you guys think ELIXIR GOLEM is really toxic. Believe it or not, this deck actually finished 50th in the world last season, despite the bar putt not being too strong. But if you're gonna use a deck with bar putt, obviously, you're gonna wanna use it with ELIXIR GOLEM. The healer is going to heal everything up, keep it alive. The baby dragon are going to be good air counters, and they're really solid on defense, especially if you protect it with the heal spirit, the healer, to keep them alive. Tornado to pull everything in. You got some nice splash with the baby dragon and the electro dragon, and overall pretty well-rounded deck on offense as well as defense. You're going to want to play it pretty passively in single elixir and then go in for big pushes in double and triple. If you guys would like to support me, you can use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really do appreciate all the support from you guys. It does mean a lot. Okay, guys, we found our first match here, so let's see what our starting hand's looking like. Kind of interesting. You see we have 2 spells and then an electro dragon heal spirit. So with this type of deck, you typically don't want to make the first play, and right as I say that, he's going to start the game off with Royal Hog, so we're going to get a nice King Tower activation here. I probably didn't need to play that E-Drag, to be honest, but I decided just to play it so I didn't take too much damage in the opposite lane. But now he could actually activate the King Tower, so that could have, you know, been a very bad play. But we'll see if he... Oh, it looks like he won't even go for the activation, so we're fine, because you see the E-Drag is going to die, so we're okay. So it's going to be some type of Royal Hog deck. You got to imagine it's probably the variant with the Archer Queen and the Earthquake, because that's the one that's pretty popular in the meta. And right as I said that, he does go for the Earthquake, and unfortunately Earthquake is an amazing counter to the Barbarian Hut, because it's a 3-for-7 trade, and it essentially almost fully counters it. I mean, you do get some Barbarians, but it's nothing too significant. The way you want to win this matchup, though, is for sure playing extremely passively. You do not want to go for any Elixir Golem pushes until at least double Elixir, so you want to cycle your support cards like the Baby Dragons, the Electro Drags in the back, and try to get some good counter pushes off of the Royal Hogs. So here he's just going to cycle the delivery. I'm just going to go healer. I was going to say I need to save my E-Drag because it's one of my only solid counters, you know, reliable counters to the Royal Hogs, besides the Baby Dragon, which I didn't have in cycle. So you see, I have to overcommit a little bit, but once I get into double, this will for sure get easier, and I'll also be able to, you know, start applying pressure my own. If he has to overcommit on these support cards, though, that's really good, because it's obviously not the main threat compared to the Elixir Golem, but it looks like he didn't have to overspend that much. I'm just going to go Heal Spirit here to counter his Fire Spirit, and he's going to go for... Okay, he's just going to cycle a log, that's fine. Just go Baby Dragon in the back, and from there see what he wants to do. So he's going to go delivery. I think we'll go bar putt. I know he's got Earthquake, but I still think it's pretty good to cycle overall, just because it gets you something on the board before you go for your Elixir Golem. And now I think it's time to go for an Elixir Golem. We're going to go opposite lane of the Archer Queen. That's actually what you're supposed to do. It might seem kind of weird, but you don't want to go into push. You don't want to play into an Archer Queen. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And because it'll just shred everything. So instead, we go opposite lane of it, which is fine, because now he's going to have a hard time defending it without having that Archer Queen, and he won't even fully take the tower. So if we break through here, he's in a lot of trouble, which I think we might be able to, because this is, like I said, a tough push for him to defend. We can go for a Heal Spirit here to heal everything up, and then we can probably get another healer down here, so now we have 2 down. We do gotta get rid of this Archer Queen ASAP, though, so we're probably going to go for a Tornado like this here. The only problem is his delivery is getting so much value, but we got another Elixir Golem down. He's getting so much Elixir, but he's getting overwhelmed. Look at these blobs. Look at this. He goes for another delivery, but the healer's still alive. It's still alive. Healing everything up. I got another one down. E-Drag's still alive. This guy's getting overwhelmed. I feel like he doesn't know what to do. The healer's healing up the E-Drag. Delivery comes in, but we can go for another Elixir Golem. And look at this. We're going to be able to get the win. All he had to do was play Royal Hogs, and he probably would have gotten the win, but he got so, you know, just scared on defense there, not knowing what to do, and that's what Elixir Golem does best. It does so good at overwhelming your opponent. So 9-2 right now. I actually have 2 losses because unfortunately I actually lost a couple of games. I know in the intro I think I had 0 losses, but there were a couple losses I had, so we're actually at 2 losses now, so we got to be really careful. Got a couple you know, just annoying matchups to say the least, but it's alright. So he's going to have a Tombstone. Maybe this is Lava. Lava is actually a very good matchup for Elixir Golem. It's one of the best matchups for it, but unfortunately it looks like it's not Lava. It's going to be another Earthquake deck. This could potentially be E-Giant, that Electro Giant Tombstone Earthquake deck, because that's the... Yep, there you go, because I was going to say that's the only deck I can think of that actually has the Earthquake and the Tombstone in it, because that's a very, you know, interesting combination that you don't see very often. So because he doesn't have the Lightning, this is definitely much easier for us to win. The Lightning is very, very annoying. So he's going to go queen very high up. Interesting. I don't think I would have done that if I were him. So that's going to just die instantly. Definitely a mistake there on his end. And I'm going to go for an Elixir Golem, believe it or not. In single Elixir, I would almost never do something like this, but he just went for 13 Elixir. He played a Archer Queen and an Electro Giant, and that 13 Elixir all got defended so easily. So you got to imagine he's going to have a really hard time defending this, and this is one of the only situations where you actually want to go for an Elixir Golem in single with this Elixir Golem deck, right? If you're using Elixir Golem Ebarb's Rage, you would never want to do something like this, but this guy had a completely unsuccessful push that costed him 13 Elixir, and you're seeing, you know, that my counter push now just destroyed him. Did what Elixir Golem does best, just one push, takes his whole tower, and no risk at all, because he just used a queen on defense that died, so he has no potential counter push, and this is looking very, very good for us. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty good matchup, I would say, for me, too, because of him not having Lightning. Even though the Earthquake is very good against the Barbarian Hut, the E-Drag, the Baby Dragon are going to get infinite value for me on defense, because when the healer's healing them up, they're never going to die, even when they're in the Electro Giant circle. So he's probably just going to Earthquake here, I would assume. I mean, if he's smart, yeah, he is going to do that, but he waits quite a while, so we actually get 2 Barbarians to spawn out of that, and even though he Tornadoes into the circle, won't matter, because the Electro Giant's almost dead. That just gets healed up, and this is GG. Looks like there's pretty much nothing he can do. So he's just gonna, he might even, I don't know, we could even get 3 crowned here, because he just has no way of killing the dragons. I mean, the last guy had a delivery, he at least had some type of spell, which is why I was a little nervous. This guy's got nothing. I mean, he's got an Earthquake, but what is an Earthquake gonna do against these dragons? And you can see he's just getting overwhelmed here, and that is going to be a good game. So we're gonna be able to, yeah, win this one very, very easily. A lot easier than the first one. This one was pretty much over in the first 30 seconds of the game when I saw him go for a queen, you know, behind that Electro Giant when I got the E-Drag down that just stunned it. And, yeah, we get an easy win here. Doing what Elixir Golem does best. 2 more wins to go to get the 12. And I forgot if I already asked this in the first, second game. I can't remember, but if I didn't, let me know what you guys thought of the editing in the intro, and if you would like me to continue doing that, or if you have any suggestions or recommendations of, how I should change it, and I can let the editor know, you know, that feedback of, like, how it could be better. But I wanted to try something new. I thought, you know, as long as the gameplay's still, like, raw gameplay, no editing, I thought I could, you know, make things exciting having a, having an intro, you know, enhance the quality of it with some editing. But, anyway, he's going to go for a Mega Minion, so we're actually just going to ignore that. There's no way I'm cycling my healer or my E-Drag on that. I just don't think it's a good play, because you really need those cards in certain situations, in certain matchups, that I can't really explain all of them. They're just very important cards on defense, and you don't want to be cycling it in single Elixir, because let's say I cycle my, I don't know what he's using, right? I mean, a Mega Minion doesn't tell me much. It could be a Lava deck, it could be Golem, it could be Giant Double Prince. All of those matchups, I'm going to want to have my healer in cycle, because if it's a Lava Hound, I'm going to want to go for an Elixir Golem healer push and pressure, you know, either same lane or opposite lane. And if it's Giant Double Prince, I'm going to probably want to have that healer for defense, you know, or at least not wasting it. Then he just goes Prince on it, takes advantage of it. So, tell you what, since he's not doing anything, let's go Barb Hut, because chances are he's got an expensive deck, right? And this Barb Hut's going to make it awkward for him. It's going to force him to play something, and he's just going to go Baby Dragon. So that's fine. I mean, now that means it's probably going to be Lava Hound, if I had to guess, or Golem, because we see the Mega Minion and the Baby Dragon, so you know it's got to be one or the other, and it looks like it's going to be Golem when we see that Lumberjack. That's for sure what it is. So I'm just going to go Heal Spirit here to pull the Lumberjack to the Barbarian. Should be pretty nice. My Baby Dragon will win the interaction, which is really good as well, and he's going to go for a Night Witch. So I'm going to go for a high Electro Drag here. I highly doubt he's going to Golem right now with the Electro Drag up. He's probably going to, yep, he's going to have to Lightning, which is fine with me, because now that Night Witch is not going to get too much value. I mean, it's going to help against the Barbarians, but it's not going to be used valuably at all on offense. So Golem isn't, I guess you could say, as easy as that Electro Giant match, because he does have a Lightning, right? And Lightning is very good, as you know, against the E-Drag. But when you stack a bunch of things together, he's unable to Lightning everything. So that's kind of your game plan in this type of matchup. You want to get a bunch of units down so they can't Lightning everything, is essentially the way you do it. And the Barb Hut is also pretty good against the Golem. I mean, even after the Barb Hut nerfs, it's decent against it. You know, you can make it work. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. I guess we just cycle our Heal Spirit here. We got to go for kind of high E-drags off to the side so he's unable to lightning the bar putt too. I think it's very important. We're going to go for this here. We're going to go for a baby drag, and then we're going to go for a heal spirit. And then we got to maybe watch out here, maybe get a tornado down. But I think this is GG, guys. I think we're screwed here. Like I said, tough matchup because of the lightning and just, I don't know, that was annoying. But that shows you, yeah, this deck does struggle a bit against lightning. Like I said before, well, you know, like you saw, I think the last time I did a Grand Challenge video, it's alright, we'll just start up another. Sometimes when you're using a deck that you're not, you know, very good at, or, you know, you just get a tough matchup, it happens, you know. I can't get a 12 win every single time, and that's okay. Okay, here we go. In our next one here, the first game of this Grand Challenge, he's gonna go Ram Rider first play with the log. Alright. Funny thing though, that might seem like a super trash play, but I bet, depending on where you're at trophies, that's not a play you haven't seen before, because there's people in mid-ladder, even at like 5,500, who would do that with a maxed out Ram Rider. You better believe it. So we'll go Bar Barrel to pressure opposite lane. Unfortunately, I don't have my E-Dragon cycle. That would have been my best thing I could have possibly played in that situation, but unfortunately, I didn't have it. So I'm just going to go for a heal spirit here, and he's going to go for a bandit. So I'm going to go for a healer, and then I'm actually going to go ELIXIR GOLEM. It's going to tank for the P.E.K.K.A. Okay, I thought the healer was going to stay alive. That was not a very good ELIXIR GOLEM, but it's alright because the E-Wiz is 4 Elixir, and he's going to get 4 Elixir back, but the E-Wiz is going to die, so it's kind of an even trade when you think about it that way, and it did do a good job distracting. I just didn't think he was going to play a bandit. That was really annoying, but it's alright. So he's just going to go for a Ram Rider. I think I'm going to go Electro Drag on it. I don't know if I could... You know, I probably could Tornado to the King, but it's so weird. Whenever you Tornado Ram Riders to the King Tower, I feel like it's so inconsistent. I don't want to take the risk. I'm just going to go Bar Putt here. The reason why I didn't Bar Putt to defend the Ram Riders is because I didn't want it to completely die like it did before. I want it to stay alive so it gets a bunch of barbs spawning out of it to distract the P.E.K.K.A., which is really nice, of course. And we just, you know, we can take things slow. There's no need to rush things. So, interesting Golden Knight there, going in front of the P.E.K.K.A. He probably should have played it behind it, but I don't know. I guess he wanted to play it in front for some reason. So our Bar Putt is going to get a lot of value here. He's going to go for a Graveyard, okay. Very, very interesting. And we're going to get a nice counter push here. We could probably just go for an ELIXIR Golem in front, and then go for an E-Drag, and then I would say he's screwed because he just committed so much Elixir on offense. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. So we're coming in here, and healer, and let's actually go for the 3 crown. Why not? Let's go for the 3 crown here. I think we should go ELIXIR Golem and heal spirit. Go for a Bar Barrel, and yeah, that's, you ain't stopping that, buddy. Don't even try. Don't even bother trying. Yeah, that's right. Just give up. Yeah, I mean, you know when you have multiple baby dragons down and like 2. I mean, you know it's over. When you're against something like ELIXIR Golem, trust me, you know it's over. And then that's why you have people like him, like, they just give up. They know they just got no chance of defending. So here we're just going to go for a Tornado here on the Ghost. We won't take any hits from it because it was placed on the inside instead of the middle or the outside of the bridge. It makes it really easy to actually Tornado that to the King Tower with no hits. And it's going to be P.E.K.K.A. So many people using P.E.K.K.A. It's kind of crazy. Lots of P.E.K.K.A. Ram Rider. I don't know. It's just a good meta for it because a lot of people are using Mega Knight, and P.E.K.K.A. is good against the Mega Knight, so it just kind of makes sense when you think about it that way. E-Drag is going to be key in this matchup because he likely has a Poison or a Fireball, which won't take it out. Okay, Executioner, so I have no idea what spell he has at this point, because Executioner is not something you see a whole lot of. It did get a small buff, but really that buff pretty much did nothing. So I'm going to go ELIXIR Golem here, because even though I don't have a healer down, we literally got 2 Barbarians down, an E-Drag, a Baby Dragon, and a Heal Spirit coming in, and he just used all of his Elixir, so I don't see him defending this, to tell you the truth. I mean, he can try, but, like, yeah, well, there you go. And this is why the beginning of Grand Challenges are pretty easy, and this is why I show you guys the end of Grand Challenges, but for those of you who wanted to see the beginning of Grand Challenges, what the games are like, here you go. So it's nice and easy, you know, piece of cake. So, you know what that means? It means probably play more games this video if we're having quick games like this. Like, this game was easy 3 crown. Last game, easy 3 crown. Just gave up. I mean, they couldn't take it. They couldn't take the Elixir Golem. It's too toxic. It's too good. All right, here we go. In a game here against Mateo. So, doubt this one's going to be as easy as the first two, but we'll see. Maybe we just get 3 easy wins in a row. Gonna hold off a couple seconds, see if this guy wants to go ahead and do anything. Maybe I'll just go ahead and cycle a bar barrel. I mean, why not? It's pretty safe. Let's just do it. He's gonna go Prince. Okay. Heal Spirit to take the charge of the Prince. I think it's better than if I let it charge on the healer and then I played after, just because okay, well, I'm just gonna go in here because he just wasted 3 elixir. Really, he kind of just wasted 5 elixir, because a healer is not, you know, the healer was still alive, so why not? And we got a ton of damage, so I'd say that's worth it. Elixir Golem's out of cycle, so he can't punish me. I mean, he is going to try to go for a Prince, but I'm going to defend it really easily. And this guy's using the Earthquake again, so same Electro Giant deck as before. It looks like, yeah, the one with the Tombstone, the one that is the more popular variant right now. So should be an easy matchup. Way easier than the, like I said before, the Golem deck I lost to, because I don't know, Golem has Lightning, so yeah, Lightning's just OP against the E-Drag and Baby Drag, nothing more to say, really. Barbhut's just going to be great against the Electro Giant. And let's see what he wants to do here. I'm going to just Battle Healer in the back. Maybe we set up a push here, I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, I think we are going to go for a push here. The E-Drag is going to stun the Queen, so he can't activate the ability. I don't know what this guy's doing, but we're definitely going to take advantage of him being a little confused here. He's going to, yeah, that Electro Giant is just going to get shredded, buddy. And it's not even going to kill the Sport cards, because they're just all getting healed up. So now if I were him, I would just give up. Look, let me tell you, when there's 2 Battle Healers down, 2 E-Drags, and an Elixir Golem, you know you messed up at that point. Okay, he's just feeding my push now. Just, yes, just waste 11 elixir like that. Man. Okay, well, there you go. Another Elixir Golem down just for the heck of it. Tornado in the corner. And that is GG. Another 3 crown. Elixir Golem doing what it does best. So, I've already played, I think, quite a lot of games. I think this was the 6th game I played, but I think I'll go for one more, because some of the games were super quick, so why not? We're against Lord Mike here. This will be our last game. And yeah, even though I had to restart the GC, I hope you guys still have enjoyed the games at the start of the Grand Challenge, you know, because I feel like you can still learn something, because, I mean, this is what'll happen for you guys too when you're at the start of Grand Challenges. So if you want to try to win a Grand Challenge, let me tell you right now, you probably don't want to get many losses in the first, like, 6 games, unless you're, you know, you get unlucky and you match, like, a pro. Otherwise, this is realistically, you know, what it's going to be like. You should be able to just steamroll through a lot of these, you know, a lot of these players. So we'll just go Heal Spirit here on that Bar Barrel. And, wait a little bit. I mean, I could cycle a Bar Barrel. I guess it's pretty safe, but, you know, let's just cycle Bar Barrel. Why not? Okay, so he's going to go for his Electro Giant. I'm going to cycle Healer, and then I'm going to go Barbhut. So many people using Electro Giant, jeez. Is it the Lightning variant, though, or is he going to have the Earthquake again? If it's the Lightning variant, it's going to be harder, but it's still winnable. You just want to space out your E-Drag and your Barbhut. Maybe he's got Cannon cards, so I actually don't know what the variant is at this point. It's going to be a little interesting for sure. So yeah, I mean, Barbhut's great against the Electro Giant, no problem there, and then we're actually going to get some solid counter push as well, because I think we'll get... Ooh, I was actually hoping there would be 2 more Barbs that spawned out, but unfortunately there weren't. Heal Spirit here, I don't think it's... Okay, it did nothing. I was going to say, like, I don't think it's going to heal up anything, but at least it would help take out the Skeleton Dragons in one last shot, but then I played it so it splashed both, and yeah, that was kind of bad. I can Tornado that because it's going to cycle me anyway. It's going to cycle me, so it's alright. I mean, I didn't really, I guess you could say I didn't really need it anyway. And because when defending an Electro Giant, a Tornado isn't going to do too much. Like, I don't need it, so it's fine. I think once again, I'm going to go for a high Electro Drag like this, but make sure to play it outside of the circle. He's going to have an Executioner. Wow, okay, so another person using Executioner. Makes me think he probably doesn't have a Lightning, because his Cycle would just be ridiculously expensive, you got to imagine, right? So I just don't think he would have it, but you never know. So we're going to go in here because he just wasted 4 Elixir, essentially. The Skeleton Dragon's one going the opposite lane, and we're in double now. We got a nice counter push, so there's no reason not to pressure at this point. He does have a Lightning, though, but you can see, look at that Elixir Golem going to work on the tower there, and then this defense is going to be ridiculously easy with the Bar Putt. The Elixir Blobs will be able to take the tower. That is going to be really, really clutch, and yeah, that is, I guess, going to be it for the video. Kind of a lot of the same matchups. I don't know why I played against Electro Giants so many times. I guess it's just what's meta. I mean, a lot of people are using it, but yeah, that's gonna be it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the 12 wins, but I hope you guys enjoyed the start of this GC. We got through the first 4 games really, really easily, so hopefully it's the same for you guys if you decide to use it in Grand Challenge. And I couldn't play it on ladder because, as you can see, card levels I don't have, because ELIXIR GOLEM is a little weak right now, so I, didn't want to upgrade 6 cards just to, or 5, just to be able to play it on ladder. But that's gonna be it. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already. Let me know what you guys thought about the editing at the intro, and yeah, thanks again. Until next time, guys.